Hi everyone and welcome back to Chris's Auto Restoration Shop. Just a quick update on this 635 CSI. This has been brought to us by a client who bought the car not too long ago. It's 108,000 miles, so relatively low mileage for its age. It's a 1990, I believe. It's on a G plate anyway. Car came to us looking really nice actually. Altogether, all complete, running, driving, albeit it did have quite a few sort of electrical niggles problems. The headlight wiper washers didn't work. We removed the motors, stripped all the motors down. They were all seized. They're all fixed now. The electric seats didn't work. Various other bits and bobs on it as well. Lots of other little electrical problems, which we've all sorted. And they're all fine now and done. The basic remit for this car was to strip the car, which obviously you see we've done, and paint the car. So we're painting it with the glass in because there's no need to remove it because there's no corrosion around any of this. So what we've done is we've packed that out with cord. So that'll get masked and it'll be painted underneath that rubber. We're going to paint into the sunroof to this line here. We'll back mask that. The doors, they're going to come off. This glass recedes into there, so we can leave that in. We're going to do all the shut lines, so the doors will be removed. We're going to do all the shut lines, obviously. The wheels will be off, all the arches will be done. It does need a little bit of metal work. There's a tiny little bit of rot under here, which we'll address. And then obviously the car will be bodied and then painted and then obviously reassembled. The engine needs to be steam cleaned first as well before we start any of the paintwork. Incidentally, all these marks that we've put on the car, we've circled these areas. They're areas of concern that we've got, either be it corrosion or dents or what have you. And then when the car came to us, straight away we noticed that this rear quarter had been painted a different colour. It did have coach lines on it, little stick-on stripes. And below that, straight away we could see it was a slightly different colour. The paint was slightly off as well. So we knew this rear quarter had been, painted. So we bare metaled that to find out what was going on. And it was just a typical gate post, when people get caught on a gate post or something. And there was a really deep sort of groove from about here to about here, right about there. It was dented and it probably had, 5 mil of filler in it. So what we did, we bare metaled it all and we've pulled the dent out. So it was basically nothing. You were able to dolly it from the inside as well. And then there's just a skim on there. It's probably a millimetre of filler in it now. But as you can see, all that's shaped up. So basically we're working our way around, prepping all the little pieces, all the little bits and bobs, working our way around until we can get it to a stage where we can prime it and then paint it. Obviously it's going back the same colour. Again, all these channels will be done. We're going to back mask as you do, because there's nothing wrong with the car. The car's in really good shape. There's no real corrosion issues on it all. The only corrosion we get, just tiny little bits around these body fixings. But honestly, this will all be taken back to bare metal where we've got any sort of cause for concern. What else can I tell you? These are all the panels for it, the sunroof. All these bits as well, these need to be prepped. That's all good. Nothing that concerns us there. And then today I've arranged for the bumpers. Owners of these cars will know the bumpers are actually made of aluminium, and then they're dressed up with the white panels. So you still see quite a lot of the aluminium. When we cleaned those off, even though they looked in good condition, some of the aluminium was quite badly oxidized, and it's quite badly pitted in places. So that has gone away for re-anodizing. So there's no expense spared on it. He's bought quite a lot of new parts for it. Basically, all the lights at the front, the headlights, the main beams, the fog lights, the indicator lenses, they were all cracked or holed or damaged in some way. So the front ends had a lot of hammer, as old cars do. So he's bought a lot of new parts for it. The rear lights, they they'd cracked and weathered. So he's bought new rear lights for it and various other bits and bobs as well. So it's going to make a really, really nice car. Although it doesn't look it at the moment, you know, you have to make a mess before you can make a masterpiece. I guess that's what they say. But it will be a really, really nice car when it's done. So hope you've enjoyed that, and I'll keep you up to date as we go. Thank you.